This is the seaplane that I took to fly from Houghton, Michigan to Isle Royale. This is Infinity on Isle Royale National Park, which is actually part of a chain of 400 small islands. This, of course, being the largest. I came here 7 days ago and have hiked to the length of the island, flew into Windigo on a picture-perfect day, and it looks like I will be leaving on a stormy day. Hopefully my flight will be leaving Rock Harbor today. They have been backed up in the past. At one point there were 62 people waiting to get off the island. Some of them had been stranded here for 3 days because of the weather. Things are looking pretty good, even though it's stormy. It's not foggy, which sometimes impedes the seaplane more than the storms. So hopefully I'll be heading out today. It's been a wonderful trip. I have not had a chance to do a lot of videos because my battery has been giving me some problems. But I do have some amazing pictures. The days were beautiful except for one day I was hiking in the rain. Another day I chose to stay in a shelter because it was storming and lightning and thunder. Only saw one moose this time. Usually I see a lot more, but that seems to be pretty typical for this trip. I talked to a lot of people, it was the same thing. What was interesting, I saw a lot of people new to backpacking this time, a lot of younger folks out here hiking, and it was interesting talking to them to see the size of their packs and everything they were carrying. But all in all, it was a great trip. Looking forward, of course, to getting back to see family and friends, but definitely I have a lot to share. Okay, that's all for now. Okay, a little bit more about Isle Royale. There is some discussion on the pronunciation, but locals and those of us who lived in Michigan and been here all our lives call it Isle Royale, not Isle Royale, even though the spelling would indicate that pronunciation. This is my 9th visit here. I have sea kayaked here, not across to here, but I've sea kayaked around here, brought it over by ferry. Usually I take the ferry over, my second time doing the seaplane. But to give you an idea where it's located, it's in Lake Superior. It's actually closer to Canada and Minnesota than it is to Michigan. It's about 56 miles from Copper Harbor via boat and only 22 miles from Minnesota, Grand Portage, Minnesota. So it's interesting. It's a shorter distance if you take a boat from there. Here's a map of the island. You can see the length of it. It's pretty diverse. When you're hiking it, you'll notice the forest change as you hike from one point to the next, and from the north shore to the south shore. Pretty interesting island. I saw a lot of wildlife. This squirrel that is here, the red squirrel, is kind of interesting because it's isolated, has been isolated from its mainland cousin for so long. It's considered a subspecies. Same thing with the martin that is on the island. So just an interesting tidbit. It does look a little different than our red squirrel on the mainland, a little less red in it, but you hear it and see it everywhere. Crazy little guy. A lot of fur, a lot of balsam fir on the island. Spruce, some deciduous, but a lot of conifers on the island as well. Thimbleberries, I feasted on thimbleberries as I walked along. Did see some blueberries, ate those as well. There are bunchberries, which are edible, don't taste great. A lot of rose hips, which I took advantage of as well. Great things to know when you hit the island. In this video, you will see one of the seaplanes arriving to pick up passengers and take them back to the mainland. Well, here I am on Isle Royale. Haven't really been videotaping too much because of battery. Having some problems with my phone. But this is amazing. Because of COVID, you can only get in by seaplane, so the number of people has been pretty minimal. It's beautiful today. The trail goes right around this rock. It's about the 9th time I've been here. I'm on my way from 3 Mile campground into Rock Harbor and supposed to fly out tomorrow. But look at this view. Stayed at Mosky Basin last night. Saw an amazing sunrise, which you'll see. I'll walk a little ways. The trail is not conducive to one-handed walking because of the rock. Gotta watch your step. I've done this trail many times, so I'm pretty aware of where it goes. If you're not, you also gotta be real mindful of not getting lost along here. Because there are some places that there is no way to really tell where the trail is other than intuition. Okay, signing out. So I'm going to take you on a tour of a typical shelter area. This is Rock Harbor. There are a number of shelters here, a lot of shelters, because a lot of people start out here. I'll walk down path to my shelter and kind of turn around so you can see it. They are first come, first serve. So when you get there, you claim it. At Rock Harbor, you're limited to one night stay. It's a picnic table. Kind of pan over. Mine happens to have an outhouse right by, but of course everybody uses it. You are issued a permit when you arrive. I'll give you a tour here. You attach that permit to your station. They left me a note to talk about my plane changes. Here's the inside, and it's kind of fun to read all the stories the people have been here over the years. You don't have to worry about any animals on the island other than mice. And I never had trouble with mice. Foxes if you leave stuff out. But this is what the inside looks like. It's all has a mesh. Keep mosquitoes out. Keep anything out, flies. Never had any trouble with animals in my food, so that's what's great about Isle Royale. I'm trying to dry out my rain stuff here a little bit. It did clear up again. Going to be a little bit of a close-up. See how people have written on these. It's kind of fun to read them over the years.